We actually ran this past Kirk Gibson. We had him on a couple of weeks ago, Steve. It was his first camp, 1988. You guys, of course, went on to have a huge year, win the World Series that season. And in spring training, because he arrived to you guys with such an intense reputation, somebody, I want to say it was Jesse Orozco, I'm not sure who it was, put some eye black on the rim, the inside rim of his hat, and Gibby didn't like that so much. Tell us about when that happened in spring training.
Yeah, Gibby doesn't like the eye black on the hat. Let's just put it that way. And Jesse put it up there. Gibby was out there early doing some sprints and getting ready for the first game. He takes his hat off and he wipes his forehead, and there's the eye black, and he went ballistic. He was looking to hunt somebody down like he hunts down an elk in the offseason. And it's lucky that Jesse wasn't around, because he might not have had a left arm to throw with after that. But we actually had to almost tie Gibby down and tell him who did it. But after that, he had his own little meeting in the locker room, and can't really tell you what he said, but it was very poignant, and people got the message. And then from that time on, we were picked 4th in our division and went on to win a World Series that year.
So 25 years later, here he is as now a veteran Major League manager. You're on a coaching staff with him. How have you noticed, if at all, your friend Kirk Gibson changing or mellowing over the years?
Well, you can say that he's mellowed out a bit, but you know, people think about Kirk Gibson as just this really tough, you know, go get him type of guy, and he's all that. But you know, they don't see the the very intense part that he puts at his desk in the locker room. You know, he's a very intelligent guy, and he knows every minute detail and aspect about what's going on in spring training. It's pretty amazing to see him go to field and know exactly what every player is supposed to do. I mean, this is a well-oiled and well-run camp. It's a tremendous thing to watch.
So you're going to be coaching first base. What's the key for you right now at coaching first base? What's going to be the key over there?
Don't miss signs, brother. Don't miss signs. No,
Yeah.
We're going to make sure that we have good communication with our players. Make sure the signs are are received, and we're going to execute. Our goal is going to be one that we're going to put pressure on people. We're going to make the defense know that we're going to be aggressive, and we're going to be a team that's very, very prepared and very hungry. But as far as first base coach, you know, I'm going to be doing what's supposed to be done over there. Let the players know, reassure the signs, let them know what the situation is, and just to be a reassurance over there.
Now, you're throwing BP and hitting ground balls and doing all that too?
Oh yeah, I'm ramping it up, and I'm rolling over a little bit on the ground balls, Harold. I got to make sure I stay inside the ball and get them proper ground balls.
Hey, you know, Steve, so much was made this offseason about the Diamondbacks kind of recasting their image and looking for a certain quote-unquote type of player. I know you're just getting to know a lot of these guys now for the first time. What are your initial impressions of some of the players, either in general or anybody specifically that's made an impact on you?
Well, I can tell you one thing right now. The team has amazing chemistry. There's nobody on the team that, you know, no dissension, anything like that on this ball club. Everybody really pulls for one another. And we got a team that's really hungry. We're going to fly under the radar, so to speak, because, you know, what the Giants have done the last 2 out of the 3. And the Dodgers with the amount of talent and that they have over there. So we're going to be under the radar a little bit, but I can tell you we're going to be a team that's going to be reckoned with, and we're going to be prepared and very eager to get going.
You know, the other thing that strikes me about your coaching staff is the uniqueness of all you guys playing in the big leagues. And you've been around baseball long enough on enough teams. How important is that for a young club like Arizona to have that kind of veteran coaching staff?
Well, I think it's good because, you know, they get to see a well-rounded source of information coming from all different angles. You know, we got Alan Trammell with the great career that he had, and Charles Nagy and the pitching staff, of course, Gibby and Matt Williams. Turner Ward is our assistant to Don Baylor, and we've got great advanced scouting. So we've got a team that's everybody on that staff is somebody that's been very successful. And so I think they draw from that. They know that the coaches have been there, and we played in those situations in World Series and whatnot. So they can gain that source of information from a lot of different angles, different positions that people played. So I think it's a plus.